Hello there. So I'm going to be talking some more about verses on the faith mind. So moving on a little bit, the next lines I'm going to talk about is to return to the root is to find its meaning, but to pursue appearances is to miss the source. At the moment of inner enlightenment, there is a going beyond appearances and emptiness. The changes that appear to occur in the empty world we call real only because of our ignorance. Do not search for the truth, only cease to cherish opinions. There's a lot in here, isn't there? So to return to the root is to find its meaning, but to pursue appearances is to miss the source. So what is this root? Well, I think it's talking about direct experience that isn't overlaid with all our opinions and views that we don't even realise are there. So the minute that we open our eyes, the minute that we interact through our body with the world, we have all sorts of opinions. And in particular, we have likes and dislikes. And they're very instantaneous. You know, what I feel, what I see, what I smell, what I taste, it's very instant. It's like, I like that, I don't like that. So this is what we're doing all the time. And it means that we divide everything up and it closes off our mind. And we get stuck then also in habits. It leads to habitual ways of experiencing the world. So the root, to return to the root is to come directly into contact with what we're experiencing. And that sounds so easy, doesn't it? But actually it's quite difficult because of all these views and opinions and likes and dislikes that we have. So to be in direct experience means being open and relaxed and curious as to what's really in our experience. And this is why we focus quite a lot at the beginning of meditation on body awareness, body meditation. Because if we can really tune into what we're experiencing, it takes away a lot of the pain and disappointment and disgruntlement with life. It means that we are tasting, if you like, reality. We are tasting what's really there. And once you do that, you know that it has the flavour of everything. There is colour, there is shape, there is change. And all there is change. You know, nothing stays the same for any length of time. So if we return to the root, we turn to what's directly in our experience rather than what we're adding to it. At the moment of inner enlightenment, there is a going beyond appearances and emptiness. Now, I'm not enlightened, so I'm not going to try and tell you what that means. But at the moment of inner enlightenment, there is a going beyond appearances and emptiness. And so I think what it's talking about is going beyond duality, the duality that we impose upon the world and upon our experiences. And then it says the changes that appear to occur in the empty world we call real only because of our ignorance. The changes that appear to occur in the empty world we call real only because of our ignorance. So this gets a bit more complex in a way, because I've just said that everything changes. But actually, if something changes, it means that it's in a particular state at any one time, even though we're allowing for the fact that it's going to change. But actually, we could take that away and say there's only process. There's only this process going on all the time. Like, I can see how I've changed physically in the last 5 years. But I don't see the change happening all the time. You know, I don't know what's going on inside my body, but, you know, things are changing all the time. Our cells are changing and so on. So in a way, there is only this process going on all the time. And it says, do not search for the truth, only cease to cherish opinions. Well, I think we actually do a lot of searching for the truth, don't we? If only we can find the right key, then, we'll be happy. If only. And if we cease to cherish opinions, if we don't hold on to who we are and how we are, if we don't fix ourselves in this way, then we will encounter the truth. It doesn't have to be searched for. It can't be logically worked out in our mind. And we can't go searching for it outside of ourselves. But if we can relax back and see how our perspective is only one of billions, and that it doesn't have any particular truth to it, then we can actually relax into seeing that there is something beyond. There is a truth beyond what we know, what we assume. So, it's deep stuff, isn't it? The next bit goes on to say, do not remain in the dualistic state. Avoid such pursuits carefully. If there is even a trace of this and that, of right or wrong, the mind essence will be lost in confusion. And of course, that's what we are, lost in confusion. Lost in wondering why it is, that we can't make life how we would like it to be, and not realizing that actually it's due to the dualistic way that we see the world and we see ourselves and we see other people. We think there's got to be a right way. There's got to be a right way to live our life and fulfill our life. So we can get very caught up with the difficulty of making choices. Should I do this or should I do that? And we can impose a lot of importance on whether we do this or that. But actually, pluses and minuses come out of every choice that we make, actually. In a way, we give too much importance to the circumstances that we're in, to the choices that we make. Now, we can't help being dualistic until we're enlightened, but we can notice it. And so once we notice it, we can practice around not letting go of dualistic thinking, but softening it, realizing that, when we're holding to opinions and so on, that we cause ourselves and others pain. It's quite an important thing to see, really. So how do we do that? Well, one way, so I'm a person that, I confess I've got very strong opinions myself. And when I'm with somebody whose opinions are very different to mine, or I think somebody is wrong about something, I notice how that feels in my body. That's the first thing I do. I come back, I kind of draw back into myself and just notice, because what's happening is a tightness, a real tightness, as I can feel myself retreating into my own opinions. And that always has a kind of negativity with it. It's subtle very often, but there's a kind of fixating on, no, you're wrong. You're wrong about this. So what I can do then is loosen and contemplate that, maybe the other person's right. Maybe the other person's view is more in keeping with reality than mine. So it's just like, just having that question mark. And that's what Padmasambhava encouraged us to do, to contemplate that I don't know, I don't understand. To just contemplate that's a possibility. And once you do that, it means an opening up, a huge opening up actually, to other people, to other views, to other ways of being. And that's a relief. It's actually a relief. It's hard to see that it's going to be a relief, but it is, because actually if we don't have to be right, it's great, you know. It's like we can contemplate that actually we're a rounded person that doesn't have to have it all right. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there for today. That's my ramble for today. Bye for now.